There's a country in Europe that you've probably never visited, and maybe never even considered visiting. But once you do, you'll wonder why it took you so long. Welcome to Moldova, a land of hidden monasteries, sprawling wine cellars, rich traditions, and some of the warmest people you'll ever meet. Grab your curiosity and your sense of adventure, because we're about to explore Moldova in just 10 minutes. So, where exactly is Moldova? This tiny, landlocked country sits in Eastern Europe, nestled between Romania to the west and Ukraine to the north, east, and south. It doesn't touch the sea, but it's full of flowing rivers, rolling hills, and fertile plains. Moldova covers about 33,800 square kilometers, roughly the size of Belgium, with a population of around 2.5 million. The capital city, Chișinău, is a relaxed and green city with wide boulevards, Soviet-era architecture, cozy cafes, and a growing arts and tech scene. Moldova has 4 seasons: hot summers, colorful autumns, snowy winters, and beautiful springs. If you're into wine, come in September or October. That's harvest season. Moldova has a fascinating, complex, and often turbulent history. It was once part of the Principality of Moldavia, then fell under Ottoman influence, then the Russian Empire, then Romania, and eventually became part of the Soviet Union until it declared independence in 1991. This mashup of empires left Moldova with a unique blend of cultures, languages, and traditions. Most people speak Romanian, though you'll also hear Russian, especially in areas like Transnistria, a breakaway region with its own Soviet-style government, army, and even currency. More on that later. Religion plays a central role in daily life. Around 90% of Moldovans are Eastern Orthodox, and you'll see beautiful churches in every village, often painted in pastel colors and topped with golden domes. Culturally, Moldovans are family-oriented, proud of their folk traditions, and love to share their hospitality. If you're invited to someone's home, get ready to eat, and eat a lot, and dance. Traditional Moldovan music and dance are full of fast rhythms, clapping, spinning, and colorful costumes. It's pure joy. Don't expect snow-covered peaks or ocean views, but Moldova's nature has a quiet, pastoral beauty. Most of the country is rolling farmland, with endless vineyards and gentle hills that turn golden in autumn. It's a paradise for hikers, photographers, and cyclists looking for peace and space. Moldova's ancient woodlands, also known as the Codri forests, are home to rare species like wildcats, lynx, and owls. You can walk among giant oaks and feel like you've stepped back in time. The Dniester River is Moldova's lifeline. Along its banks, you'll find dramatic cliffs, nesting birds, and sleepy villages where time seems to slow down. And the crown jewel, Orheiul Vechi, a dramatic limestone ridge carved by a river with ancient cave monasteries still in use today. The views are breathtaking, especially at sunrise. What are the absolute must-sees in Moldova? Here's a list to get you started. 1. Orheiul Vechi. This is Moldova's most iconic site. Explore monks' caves, hike along the ridge, visit rural guest houses, and enjoy stunning views of the Root River Valley. 2. Cricova Winery. Beneath the ground lies a city of wine, literally. Over 120 kilometers of underground tunnels are packed with barrels and bottles. You'll tour by electric train and taste sparkling wines once served at Kremlin banquets. 3. Mileștii Mici. Even bigger than Cricova, this is officially the world's largest wine cellar, with nearly 2 million bottles. You drive through it like a wine-loving Indiana Jones. 4. Transnistria, a self-proclaimed republic that doesn't officially exist. Think Soviet flags, Lenin statues, and time-warp cities like Tiraspol. It's perfectly safe to visit, and truly surreal. 5. Soroka Fortress. This perfectly round 15th century fortress sits on the Dniester River and looks like something from a Game of Thrones episode. Great for photos, especially at sunset. 6. Chisinau. Don't skip the capital. It may not be glamorous, but it has charm. Visit Stefan Cel Mare Park, the National Museum, or the Valea Morilor Lake for a relaxing day. And don't forget the city's buzzing cafe and bar scene. Bonus ideas: Tipova Monastery, Capriana Monastery, the Gagos region in the south, and Moldova's many small, colorful villages where you'll find real life and real people. If you love home-cooked food, Moldova is heaven. Let's start with placinta, round pastries stuffed with cheese, potatoes, cabbage, cherries, or pumpkin. Every bakery sells them, and they're addictive. Then there's samal, cabbage rolls filled with minced meat and rice, usually served with sour cream and bread. Comfort food at its finest. Try zima, a sour chicken soup with noodles, carrots, and herbs. Simple, warming, and surprisingly addictive. Mamaliga is Moldova's take on polenta, served with salty cheese and sour cream. Perfect with grilled meat or vegetables. But the real star, wine. Moldova has some of the oldest wine traditions in the world. Try local grapes like Fetiasca alba, Rara Neagra, and Fetiasca Neagra. Red, white, sparkling, there's something for every palate. And don't skip Divin, Moldova's smooth, fragrant brandy that pairs perfectly with dessert or a good conversation. Moldova remains one of Europe's poorest countries, but it's also one of the most resourceful. Agriculture is the backbone of the economy, especially wine, fruits, and vegetables. Visit any market, and you'll see locals selling fresh produce, honey, and homemade preserves. In recent years, Moldova has seen a tech boom, with Chisinau emerging as a hub for startups and digital nomads. Co-working spaces, fast internet, and a low cost of living make it an attractive spot for remote workers. The country has faced challenges like immigration, corruption, and a fragile political scene, but its young generation is full of energy and ambition. Tourism is still developing, which means fewer crowds, authentic experiences, and very affordable prices. Moldova is a great destination if you want to go somewhere different, meaningful, and untouched by mass tourism. Time for some fun facts and hidden gems you probably haven't heard of. Moldova has its own autonomous region called Gagauzia, home to a Turkic-speaking, Orthodox Christian people with their own customs, cuisine, and cultural festivals. In some villages, people still bake bread in clay ovens and store wine in clay pots underground, just like their ancestors did centuries ago. Moldova is home to a museum of Soviet buses and several abandoned Cold War-era sites, including radio towers and bunkers. There's even a Moldovan Wine Day, a national holiday where the capital turns into a giant wine festival with tastings, folk music, and parades. And Moldovans, they're incredibly proud of their traditions, from embroidery to wood carving, folk songs, to ancient rituals like Martisor, celebrated every March with red and white string. So, there you have it. Moldova, small in size, but big in heart. A place where time slows down, strangers become friends, and every glass of wine tells a story. If you're looking for a destination that's authentic, affordable, and full of surprises, Moldova should be on your list. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this guide, like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell for more travel inspiration from around the world. That's it for this episode of Countries in 10 Minutes on Tripspiration. Don't forget to subscribe for more.